Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. It's almost mid-August, and somehow it already feels like summer is over. For some of us, it actually is if we or our families have already headed back to school. Mine hasn't returned quite yet. I'm no longer teaching in a classroom full-time, but my family's schedule still revolves around the academic calendar, music rehearsals and performances, and athletic events galore. I often wonder how families with 3 or more children manage it all. I have 2 elementary-age children, and between school, music, sports, and year-round lessons, most afternoons and evenings become a carefully choreographed juggling act. Most of the carpooling falls on me, which means dinner usually does too. Well, more like dinners. My kids eat lunch so early at school that by the time they get home from school shortly after 4 p.m., they're starving. Since most evenings involve sports practices or music lessons starting around 5 o'clock, we eat an early dinner and then often eat again after 8 o'clock when everyone gets home, showers, and is somehow hungry all over again. It's exhausting. And since I'm not exactly a gifted cook, I actually have to plan ahead if I want everyone fed. Last year, we fell into the trap of eating out entirely too much. I did start to use the crock pot a bit more, but realized quickly that I need more of a variety of food options this year. Plus, my kids are starting to eat larger portions too. I genuinely love watching my children learn, compete, perform, and grow, but balancing their schedules alongside my work, my health, our family responsibilities, and friendships takes intentional effort. As I look towards September, I can already feel the pace picking up. I know from experience that if I'm not intentional, the approaching season can quickly become overwhelming. But I've also learned that being overwhelmed doesn't usually come from having a full calendar. It comes from feeling unprepared for it. Maybe your feeling of overwhelm looks different. Perhaps it's children's schedules. Maybe you're caring for an aging parent. Maybe work is entering its busiest season. Maybe it's all of it at one time. Or maybe it's simply the daily responsibilities that leave you wondering where the time went. Whatever this next season brings, change is coming. And with it, new commitments. So, how will you prepare? Over the past few weeks, I've been putting routines in place to help me enter this busy season with a little more confidence and a little less chaos. If you're feeling the same way, here are a few key changes to consider. Key change number 1, organize your most used spaces. Before life gets busier, spend time organizing the spaces you use every day. Maybe that's your kitchen, your mudroom, your family room, your office, or the place where backpacks, sports equipment, and shoes seem to magically multiply overnight. I have a friend who spends the first week of every summer organizing, purging, and deep cleaning every room in her house. I admire her dedication. I don't quite go that far, but I do make it a point to reset the spaces our family uses most as we transition from summer into the school year. A little preparation now creates a lot less stress later. Key change number 2, prioritize your calendar. Whether you use Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, a Skylight calendar, or an old-fashioned paper planner, make sure your calendar works for you, not against you. Recently, I switched my electronic calendar to begin on Monday instead of Sunday after hearing Rachel Hollis mention it on her podcast. It sounds like a tiny change, but it has completely changed how I view my week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now feel like one complete block rather than being split across 2 different weeks. This works great for things like viewing weekend sports tournaments and weekends away as a cohesive unit. I also color code everything. My son's events are blue. My daughter's are pink. Family events are purple. My work commitments are green, and so on. When I glance at my calendar, I instantly know where my energy will be spent. Key change number 3, schedule joy on purpose. Years ago, I added another color to my calendar, yellow. Yellow represents fun. I think I also learned this from Rachel Hollis too. Exercise, date nights with my husband, coffee with a friend, dinner with my girlfriends, weekends away, even quiet time to read or simply do nothing. That is yellow. When I looked at my calendar years ago, I realized every color represented responsibility. If every space on your calendar belongs to someone else, eventually you'll feel like you've disappeared from your own life. Protect the yellow, or whatever fun, joyful color you choose. Those moments often give us the energy to show up well everywhere else in our calendar. Key change number 4, leave space in your schedule. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that every minute doesn't have to be scheduled. Leave space. Traffic happens. Practices run late. Someone forgets an instrument, a water bottle, or cleats. Life is wonderfully unpredictable. If your schedule has no margin, every small inconvenience feels like a crisis. A little extra time can make a busy day feel much more manageable. And key change number 5, remember the meaning in the season. When life becomes hectic, it's easy to focus only on getting through the day. Instead, pause and remember why you're doing it. My children won't always need rides to practices. There will come a day when the backseat of my car is quiet, the equipment bags are gone, and my evenings look completely different. Right now, these busy seasons are helping my children develop discipline, friendships, confidence, resilience, and memories that will last a lifetime. Even for me, too. That perspective doesn't remove the chaos, but it does make it meaningful. As this new season begins, don't wait until you're overwhelmed to make changes. Spend a little time preparing now. Organize the spaces that support your daily life. Use a calendar that helps you focus on what matters most. Schedule joy just as intentionally as you schedule responsibilities. Leave yourself some breathing room. And remember why this season matters. Some might call me the calendar queen, but my schedule is never perfect. No one's is. It is, though, about creating a life with enough intention that you can enjoy the people and opportunities filling your calendar. Before fall approaches or we get too far into the start of the new school year, choose one or a few key changes to implement before your schedule fills up. Small changes today can make the upcoming fall season or the back-to-school craziness feel a little bit more confident. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who may need it. If you'd like more tools or encouragement like this, be sure to subscribe to the Making Key Changes weekly newsletter. You'll find a link in the show notes. Each Wednesday, you'll receive practical insights, actionable strategies, and valuable resources to help you grow in confidence, leadership, and meaningful connection, and inspire growth in the people you love serve, or lead at home, at work, and in your community. And if you're looking for a speaker for an upcoming retreat, conference, workshop, or professional development session focused on reflective and confident leadership, I'd love to partner with you. How are we making key changes to prepare for a new season with confidence? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.